Are you wondering what a numismatic coin is? A lot of folks really do wonder what one is. What's a numismatic coin? What's a collector coin? What's a bullion coin? We're going to review those topics here, hopefully to help you clarify your understanding of this term and what the other alternatives mean in the market. The topics we'll review include what the law really says. We're going to look at false claims, and we'll talk about 6 quick stories. We'll then look at let the buyer beware. That's always important when you're spending money to buy a precious metal item, be it a collector coin / numismatic or a bullion coin that's priced based on the value of the metal. And then we'll talk about definitions. So we'll do this pretty quickly. It'll only take a few minutes, but hopefully you will find it very helpful. If you have any other questions about investing in gold or silver and methods and ways to do that, check out the website. You can see the link below. It's called simplegoldirarollover.com. That's got a wealth of information. It lists many companies that sell precious metals and can help you with a gold IRA or a precious metals investment account. Worth a visit. So what does the law really say when it comes to numismatic coins? Things are really not what they seem, nor what people think they are. The loosely used, popular definition of a numismatic coin is one that collectors will pay a premium for. When used as numismatic versus bullion coin, people usually mean a collector's coin versus a coin that is sold for a small premium over its metal value. So a numismatic is a collector's coin that has a very high premium relative to the value of the metal that it's made out of, where a bullion coin is priced based on the value of the metal that it is made out of. The first is an investment in a coin. A numismatic is you're making some investment, or you hope it's an investment, never mind its precious metals content. And the second is an investment in silver or gold, never mind that it's a coin. A common question for novice investors of gold and silver is, what the heck is the difference between the two? Well, we hope we just answered that a little bit, but let's go over it one more time. Many unscrupulous precious metal dealers exploit this ignorance and steer customers in the wrong direction, and they force them to spend more money for lower quantity. Let's address the fundamental difference between bullion and numismatic. We'll start with bullion. They are gold and silver coins purchased for one of 3 reasons. Usually investment, to place in for example, a retirement account, a gold IRA account, something of that sort. They're used as an inflation hedge or for survival. Much of the time, all 3 purposes will factor into a decision to invest in bullion coins. A bullion coin's weight is expressed in an even amount, such as 1 ounce or a half an ounce, or maybe even grams for gold and silver bars. With only a few exceptions, bullion coins are manufactured every year and are purchased primarily as an investment. Examples of bullion coins are U.S. gold eagles, Canadian gold maples, U.S. silver eagles, Canadian silver maples, South African Krugerrands. Numismatic coins, on the other hand, are these collectibles, and they're not produced every year. These coins are valued for their rarity, or that's what the dealers will say to you, and they're not so much for their actual metal content. They are often sold at a very high premium relative to the value of the precious metal. They often are not good investments because the price you pay for them is too high or so high you will never get a good return on your investment. The dealer will make a lot of money when he sells it to you. You're not going to make a lot of money given the price that you paid. Let's look at some false claims. We'll tell 6 quick stories. False claim number 1. Numismatic coins are exempt from government seizure law. This is totally false. There's no basis in statute or regulation for this. Let's look at a false claim number 2. Customers' purchase of bullion gold coins must be reported to the government, but numismatic coins don't have to be reported. This is totally false. No report is required when you buy gold, regardless whether it is bullion or numismatic. Only sales of certain gold and silver items must be reported, and then only when they exceed certain quantities. Don't get taken in by that false statement. Customer purchases of bullion gold must be reported to the government. Just not true. False claim number 3. Gold coins minted before 1934 are exempt from government seizure. Totally false. There's no basis in statute or regulation for that. False claim number 4. The United States $20 gold pieces minted before 1934 are exempt from government gold seizure. Totally false. There's no basis in regulation or statute. In fact, it was mainly these coins which the government did seize back in 1933. False claim number 5. The law defines numismatic coins as those having a premium of 15% or more over their gold content. Again, this is false. There's no basis in the law for this. A regulation was proposed in 1984, but it was never adopted. Finally, false claim number 6. The law defines United States $20 gold pieces as numismatic coins. Totally false. There's no basis in statute or regulation. So you can see there are a lot of things that are going to be said that are not true when you begin to look at numismatic or collector coins. Dealers will tell you all sorts of stories to get you to pay that very high price. Let's look at the ideas behind let the buyer beware. And goodness grief, this is important. You should buy what is best for you, not what is best for some coin dealer. In emergencies, times of economic downturn, or markets of significant rise in price, all values tend to sink to their lowest common denominator. With gold and silver coins, that means their precious metal content. Premiums, especially numismatic premiums that depend on stable markets and widespread prosperity, don't survive that sort of pressure. When things get bad, those coins are priced based on what the metal in them is worth. So why spend money to buy premium coins that don't bring any benefit in the long term? Remember, it is ounces that bring a return, not premium. If you have numismatic coins, act now while you can to convert them, that premium numismatic, into more gold and silver by swapping your numismatic coins for bullion coins. That's something you just might want to think about doing. It's up to you. You make the right decision, but just understand the difference between an investment in gold and silver and paying a premium for a collectible where that premium might not exist when times get tough. Again, it's totally up to you. Now let's look at some definitions. There's a new twist on things. In the past 20 years, dealers have been hammering out regulations with IRS about what is the definition of numismatic coins. Many dealers will say that some government regulation defines a numismatic as one that costs more than 15% over its gold or silver value. We talked about that just now. Not true. Relying on that definition, gold and silver dealers urge you to pay or to buy a US 20s, which sell at far more than 15% premium. Do you really think that's a good investment, knowing what you know now? But so far nobody has noticed this. There's another loophole. The Gold Bullion Act of 1985 provided for minting the American Eagle ounce, half ounce, quarter ounce, and 10th ounce gold coins. Section 2, subparagraph 3 provides, for purposes of this section, all gold minted under this subsection shall be considered as a numismatic item. So there's a bullion coin that under law got defined as a numismatic. The Liberty Coin Act of 9 July 1985 authorized 1 ounce silver coin called the Silver American Eagle. And Section 202G contains similar language defining that as a numismatic. It's a bullion coin that's printed and priced based on its value, but the law actually defined it as a numismatic. By statutory definition, then, the American Gold Eagle coin and the Silver American Eagles are numismatic coins. How about that? What's the bottom line? Contrary to what most gold and silver dealers think, US $20 gold pieces and silver dollars do not qualify as numismatic coins. They are bullion coins. However, if the federal government intends to confiscate gold, any exemption for numismatic coins has to include the American Eagle or silver coin, just based on those subparagraphs we just wrote, or we just read to you. It's a little silly, but that's the way the law sometimes is. After all, it's not just a regulation, but a statute that specifically defines those two coins, the American Eagle gold and the silver, as a numismatic. You know, dealers who keep urging customers to buy the higher priced US 20s because they are higher premium, who qualifies them as numismatic coins, might not have realized that they actually have been defined as numismatic coins by law, but it has nothing to do with a higher premium. Those are bullion coins based on that are priced based on the value of the metal that makes them up. So let's just get into a conclusion. Numismatic coins, they're also called collector coins, are often sold at very high prices by dealers. The dealers make great profits from those sorts of sales. It's the poor buyer who is overpaid for the numismatic or collector coin who suffers. The buyer overpaid and wasted their money in many cases. It's sad indeed if the buyer was buying as an investment and hoping for a good return. So if you're considering numismatic or collector coins and you're trying to just make a good investment to place it in a retirement account of one form or another and you want to do the right thing, take a look at the website simplegoldirarollover.com. We list many of the better known and higher quality gold and silver dealers who can help you make the right choice when it comes to putting your precious and hard-earned money into gold and silver or other precious metals. Give the site a look. It's simplegoldirarollover.com. We think it might be of help to you.